Hey everybody, it's Dina with PaperGuacamole on YouTube and Etsy, and I wanted to show you more items that I bought while I was antiquing in Fredericksburg, Texas. The following items I bought at the Fredericksburg Antique Mall. I'm not sure if that's the name. I will put it in the description box, but this is the second antique store that I visited in Fredericksburg, Texas. I bought a ton of ephemera there, and I am really excited to share it with you. So when I first went into the store, I found this little notepad, and it's like a dress form with a little hanger, and I thought that was really cute. It was sealed at the time. You can see the inside of the pad. It's very light. I mean, it's a very light, I guess, pattern of the top part of the paper pad, but I thought it was really cute. So the next thing I found at the antique store were these bridge tallies, and I did not realize until I opened the box once I got home that, oops. So it showed, you know, this little image of what they look like, but the bridge tallies are actually hand embroidered on the top. I mean, they're just beautiful. So whoever bought these, I guess, stitched these themselves. I'm not sure. And the inside of the tallies have these little kind of notepads. So some of the tallies have more of the paper than others, but I just thought these were just beautiful. And so anyway, I was excited to find these, and really super excited when I saw that they were actually embroidered. The next thing that I found there was this, it's I guess like a suede covered guest book from, I'm guessing some kind of a bed and breakfast in Estes Park, Colorado. And what drew me to this was the inside is the guest sign-in sheet. And these, I mean, this is from 1947. So I just loved, I mean, these are just people who signed in, who left little comments about their stay. August 30th, 1947. But what I really loved was, and these are all signed. This is 1955, 1953. But when you go to the end, there's actually some blank pages. So let me show you. It says, friends of ours, your name, address, date, and then the remarks. So I thought these would be great inserts in a junk journal. So I thought this was like really super cool. And attached to it, in the same kind of bundle, is this kind of a wood covered binder that says scraps on it. And it has this aged paper. It looks like that, I guess, manila paper. I don't know if, like when I was in elementary school, I remember we'd have art projects and they would hand out manila paper, but it's almost just like a construction paper that's like a vintage or aged, maybe it used to be white or off-white, but now it's like a pretty vintage beige color. So I thought maybe I could use, you know, reuse the paper somehow in a future project. I also found some paper dolls. This is a Little Women, sorry for the glare, a Little Women paper doll set. Ugh, that glare is horrible. I don't really use paper dolls or haven't used any projects with paper dolls, but I I just couldn't pass it up. I thought this was really cute. So this is it looks kind of like a vintage style dress that she's wearing, and her hair looks very vintage. And then you have kind of these Victorian, let me move this light and see. Sorry about that. Not this light. Sorry about the bouncing. I'm still getting used to this setup. Okay, that didn't make a difference. But anyway, these are very period piece type outfits for the paper dolls. Can you hear my kids giggling in the background? They're playing video games 2 rooms over, but that's okay. They're having fun. Here's some other little cutouts from this paper doll set. So anyway, I won't go through all of them. I don't know. I will probably list these in my Etsy store. If anyone is interested in these, just inbox me or send me a message. But I don't know. I mean, look at these girls. They're so pretty. If there wasn't a glare, you could see how much prettier they look without the glare. But anyway, I'll take some pictures of them and post them maybe on my Instagram. So this is a Little Women's paper doll set. Let's see, I don't know if there's a copyright. I'm not very familiar with paper dolls. I'll have to look it up and see how old that is. This is another paper doll set. It's Tiny Mods paper dolls. It looks very 70s. Copyright, good Lord, I need to start looking up these Roman numerals. I'll put it in the description box, but this looks very 70s, 60s, 70s retro. You have these pretty little girls in their little orange and little funky, I don't know, retro style outfits. I mean, look at this. This is like retro. Look at this, retro. Super cute. I mean, come on. Look at that. That is just so... Okay, look at this. I mean... Anyway, super cute. Gotta love that poncho in the pink, green, and yellow. So anyway, I thought this was really cute, so I bought it. I found this... It was a calendar, but I loved this back part of it. It says household budget, and it lists all the months of the year, and then it lists. So anyway, I thought this was like really cute to maybe put in a journal as well. And the back has little tips for home freezing fruits and vegetables, and I thought this would be cute to maybe scan and use in a journal, like a farming journal, or I don't know, a cooking journal, something like that. I found this little sheet music. It's the sheet music to Any Bonds Today, Words and Music by Irving Berlin. And it has this really cute Uncle Sam. This is the theme song of the National Defense Savings Program. I didn't know that, but anyway, thought this was super cute. So I bought that. And then they had this, this is an actual egg holder or egg crate from the Werner Egg Company in Fredericksburg, Texas, or it's Werner Cage Lane Houses, Fredericksburg, Texas. And I bought this because I really want to do at some point a Texas themed journal. So I bought many items that had references to Texas or pictures of Texas or just different things like that. So I bought this. I don't know. Maybe I'll use it, maybe I won't, but I thought it was kind of gitchy, so I bought it. Oh my gosh, it's gonna take me forever. Let me readjust my camera to go through. I bought so much ephemera. It's crazy, but I just couldn't help myself. One of the things that I bought at at this antique store was this pattern, and it is a Sears and Roebuck's pattern, Sears and Roebuck and Company pattern, and it just looked really old. I don't have a year, I haven't looked it up, but in the pattern it had this little vintage, I guess, advertisement, and the inside has this pattern paper. Now, the pattern paper isn't printed. There's no like blueprint or printing like we see in the modern pattern paper, right, in sewing patterns. These are the actual shapes of the items that you're gonna cut and sew. But I thought this was really neat. So I'll reuse this at some point. And then there were little ads in here. Let's see. This is just a cutout. Let's see. Maybe these weren't ads. They were just cut out. From February 2nd, 1922 is what this little sheet was in there for. So anyway, I thought that was kind of neat. Now, in Fredericksburg, Texas, apparently there are many, from what I found out in talking to the shop owner, there are many retirees who were, worked for the government at some point, maybe senators, congressmen, people like that. And I found these letters. Let's see here. This is a letter that is from stationery from the White House in Washington, Texas. Hello, in Washington, D.C. It's dated January 6, 1937. And this is a letter that is signed by M.H. McIntyre, the Assistant Secretary to the President. And the letter was sent to the Honorable W. Warren Barber. He was in the United States Senate in Washington, D.C. So on January 6, 1937, McIntyre wrote, "My dear Senator, I am glad to attach hereto the President's autograph, which you requested for a friend of yours in your note to me of December 31st. With all good wishes, sincerely yours, M.H. McIntyre, Assistant Secretary to the President." So I thought this was kind of cool, so I looked this up. And so the Honorable William Warren Barber was a U.S. Senator from 1931 to 1943. He was an amateur boxing champion of the U.S. and Canada from 1910 to 1911. And this letter was written when Franklin Delano Roosevelt was President of the United States in 1937. So I thought that was kind of cool. And then along with that, I have this envelope from the White House. It is stamped, post-stamped 1971. And so this is when Nixon was president. And also letterhead from the White House, stationery from the White House, dated January 4th, 1971. This is to a Miss Jackie Ara. It says, "Dear Miss Ara, this is to thank you for your Christmas card to the President and his family in which you expressed your interest in seeing them. The President appreciated hearing from you again and knowing of your continued support. Unfortunately, because of the heavy demands of his official schedule, we do not foresee a time when an appointment would be scheduled for you. However, we will certainly keep your interest in mind should an opportunity arise. With best wishes, sincerely, Hugh W. Sloan, Jr., Staff Assistant to the President." And he was Staff Assistant to President Richard Nixon at the time. So I just bought these because I thought they were kind of cool and not something that I'd ever seen before. So I don't know really what I'm going to do with them, but I thought I would get them and share them with you because I really thought they were super cool. Let's see here. I also found 2 of these engine logs, and they're blank, and these are just where people would, you know, record their maintenance and inspection and stuff of their vehicles, and repairs, alterations, that type thing. So I found 2 of these. This is called the standard engine log, and I don't find a date. I don't see a date or a copyright or anything, but I thought this was kind of cool, ephemera to maybe include in a journal at some point. So this is where I went totally ephemera postcard crazy. And so get ready. Okay, hold on, I'm gonna pause.